Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Selective Ignorance with your girl Mandii B. If you are new here because you possibly caught the viral clip of me and my co-host Ja letting you guys know that there is a right and wrong way to do white women, welcome. We share just a lot of our ignorant takes here that you may or may not agree with, but that's what we bring you here for, to actually hopefully get your mind working to get your own opinion. And this week we are getting into all of the mess. We have, of course, some ignorant thoughts over the last week, but in This Is America, we're talking Cardi B versus Homeland Security. Oh yeah, we're getting into it. And then, of course, Don Lemon and Vic Mensa recently sat down to talk about Ice Out. Where do we think ICE will head next? We're getting into that. And then this is not a sports podcast, but baby, finally, we are talking our thoughts on Bad Bunny and the Super Bowl and how America was really upset, but also how they put on a trash-ass Super Bowl halftime performance for themselves. The whites were upset that they couldn't do anything good, okay? It was given unseasoned over there. But then we're also getting into All-Star Weekend. Is it over? Does the NBA need help? Was David Stern actually a better commissioner? Jesus, we're getting into all the things, including burner accounts. And y'all know what that means. Yes, Kevin Durant, we're coming for you. And then the celebrities say the darndest things. Yet again, New York niggas are embarrassing. We have Tony Ayo, Uncle Murder versus Ja Rule, and somehow losing flight benefits, not scaring them half to death because they said this beef lasts forever. We're getting into it, y'all. And I am also joined by none other than my super producers. We have journalism Jason in Jersey.
Gang, gang, gang.
Period. Gang, gang. And I be yelling that gang, gang. It's still my morning anthem.
That's the show anthem.
I don't blame you.
That is still my morning anthem. Can I say that is probably one of the best things that you brought to my life? Y'all don't know.
No,
but literally, no.
I feel,
Ja introduced me to Chef Boy, okay?
No, but here's the thing. We mentioned it, we brought up that song to you before, and you was like,
that is true. That is true.
Too much gangster shit.
You know what's crazy?
That is true. But when Ja started rapping,
see? And then I think what happened with Mandii though, she needs to see it. She's a visual learner.
Not you saying I liked all the ass shaking in the red bandana.
I mean, yeah.
Nah, bro. And then y'all, we have the king of headlines, Jason Jolly.
Pod blessing all the yap niggas. What up?
What's going on? Can I just tell you too? Maybe I'm in New York too long. I was talking to my homegirl this morning, and literally we're on a phone call, right before I came in the pod. And I was talking about one of my niggas. He can't decide how he feels. He's in his feels, right? And so I was like, I just need him to decide, is it Uchi Wally or is it one mic? She said, did you just say Uchi Wally or one mic? I know those are not like, and I said, girl, that's like the New York adult version of 6'7". Like, which one is it? You know what I mean? And she was like, I've never heard you say that. I said, well, I'm in pod mode right now, girl. And it's like, which one is it? You need to pick one. And she's like, I'm not going to lie. It's Uchi Wally for me. Okay. See what I mean?
Wow. Said no one ever.
Right.
I like one mic way better.
Everybody should like one mic better.
The fucking
Uchi Wally aged well, though. I think it aged well.
It goes
taken
off
out of
too.
context, taken out of context of like who Nas was at the time, and you just listen to it now, you're like, yo, it knocks.
I've never liked cool Nas. I don't like when Nas tries to be cool. You try to be fly and Playboy and all that.
That's how he is, though.
No, he might be that, but
so
on
you
the
don't like him when
he's
blowing a kiss at Halle Berry
like
at the Barbara Streisand concert?
Like, but at least that is like, okay, cool. But don't try to be like you the fly nigga in the club. Like, I don't. That's
Uchi Wally was more so for Bravehearts. I think the real song that should be in question was "You Owe Me." Is it "You Owe Me" or one mic? I think that might be the.
Okay, no, okay, that's fair.
You owe me is more
egregious.
In terms of where he was at, and with the expectation of what he should be.
I'm not gonna lie, those are two completely different.
And that was always been the argument. The people who anti-Nas, they couldn't fathom that he'd do a club record and then he'd do the conscious shit.
Oh,
so that's why they say, is it? You know what I mean?
Oh. And maybe this is me being my little 90s baby, 106 in Park here. All I need is one mic. And he just looks so... That's what I actually only liked Nas from that record on. I know. Don't
Wow.
Wow.
I'm
That's
a Florida girl.
Right.
What do you want?
That's good. That's good.
So
I was out
if
here
I
like,
rule the world is yours. None of that.
you know,
It was cool. You knew he existed.
It was. Oh, I
like
always knew Nas existed.
I mean,
okay?
it wasn't part of your playlist. Like, okay, I'm gonna go listen.
No, but that one mic.
Yo,
that one mic.
You didn't like I Know I Can?
I actually hated that song, which is why. Okay, let me be very clear with you. As much as I love Cole, and y'all will hear our fall off take, that's why that song that I think he did end up winning a Grammy with Dirk. It sounded like this.
It was very.
It was part of the tree.
You know, I'm very much fuck them kids. I don't want to hear kids yelling on it. I know I can be what I want to be. Bro, take that shit to Kids Bop. I don't want to hear that with my OGs, bro. No.
Listen, some of the OGs need to listen to that song today.
Oh my God.
The way we at in society.
Well, I mean, you know.
Need some inspiration.
Well, let's get into with some ignorant takes that we have.
Yeah.
I guess mine is going to be brief. For those of y'all who don't know, I am literally just landed today from a long stint on the West Coast, starting in Vegas. So I went to Las Vegas. I went to the Sphere to catch the Backstreet Boys.
I gotta go to the Sphere. I'm very jealous that you went to the Sphere.
I'm not gonna lie.
I gotta see this thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we gotta wait on some checks to happen for the pod, but I would love us to do a group trip to go to the Sphere to see the Wizard of Oz. I heard they drop apples and shit from it's really that
would be dope.
The Wizard of Oz there. Backstreet Boys have left, but they are hinting at the Spice Girls. Would y'all want to come see? No, y'all don't want to see Spice Girls. No, okay.
I would go for the experience, but I really
all the girls.
I think it's all the girls.
They're not beefing, are they?
No more, right?
Ginger.
Yeah.
No.
Ginger. No.
Scary. Posh.
One of them. Didn't one of them? I thought one of them went
No, I love all the girls.
I thought one of them was like a Euro MAGA now or something like that.
Well, one is literally with David Beckham.
That's Posh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. She might be too rich to want to even get on mic again.
She might be.
You know? But no, I went to the Sphere, got to see Backstreet Boys live. It was great. If you get to see them, I think that they're leaving and doing global shows for the rest of the year.
Okay.
It was a good time. I dressed up in my all white. My little child self had a great time. I want to tell you.
That's your get ready with me you did, right?
Oh, I did a whole get ready. Yeah. You know. Shut off these curves.
The Backstreet Boys get ready, right? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but let me tell you too.
I didn't know what the Discord was talking about when there was somebody in Discord was like, I thought we was about to see coochie lips and something. And I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? But I was like, I don't have time to respond to this. I'll find out later.
I love y'all over on Patreon because if you're in the Discord, that means you're on the Patreon. Join now, patreon.com.
Discord is a wild place.
Mandii B. But the way y'all thought I was giving coochie lips for $5 a month is crazy.
Put your pussy lips on live, I'll give you $1,000.
No, but I got to see the Backstreet Boys through an adult lens. And so I want to share my thoughts as an adult of the Backstreet Boys. First off, as children, we are really misguided on what good-looking, attractive men are, okay? So first off, Nick Carter and Brian being who we thought were the hottest back then, yuck. I didn't realize that Brian should have probably, when the Backstreet Boys stopped, should have just went on, what is it, Twilight? What's the one when it's the vampires versus the werewolves?
Yeah, Twilight.
Oh my God. He's eating the werewolf aesthetic, okay?
That's crazy.
Eating.
That's insane.
Then you have Nick Carter that we know has not only sexual assault allegations.
He does. Got a weird case.
Boy,
why is he around?
He aged like cottage cheese.
Amen.
Spoiled milk, okay? Howie is still Howie. You don't even notice him on stage.
He's just happy to be there.
He's just happy to be there. He's literally happy to be there. But here's the things that I realized the most.
They look crazy.
AJ is the vocal god of the group.
Oh, yeah, he's that one.
Growing up, you thought it was Nick and Brian because of how they positioned them two. No. AJ has vocals down.
Yeah.
He is the lead fucking person. He's just cool. It's you almost didn't fit in a boy band. You're too cool,
You're too cool for this kind of.
And then let me tell you what I have to tell you. I have a new white. I know he's married.
New white alert. White alert.
Kevin will get taken down. You know what I mean? Now, Kevin was never anyone that any of the girls liked growing up.
Wait, he was the older one. He was the old one when he was young,
that's what
right?
it is. It's because he was given too mature. As a 10-year-old,
you like, who's the old nigga?
Kevin
was dad. He looked like his dad.
You know what I mean? Right now, with the man bun, and he's about 6'4", I'm like, why the fuck was we looking at the niggas that was 5'2"? Like, Kevin is him. And I was like, damn. I also want to share, as an adult, I'm singing down Loving All the Songs. I want to tell y'all, one of the worstly aged songs as an adult. It's the most hater shit ever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the song is called, if you are a Backstreet fan, All I Have to Give. Y'all, in the middle of singing the lyrics, I said, oh my God. I said, this is a bum anthem. Yuck. I don't ever want a nigga to sing this to me at all.
Wait, what was the line that made you turn the corner?
First off, it starts with, I don't know what he does to make you cry. So first off, you're dirty macking.
You dirty macking a little bit already. But that's foundational R&B dirty macking.
But here we go. Okay. But I'll be there to make you smile.
Mm-hmm.
Here he go here too. I don't have a fancy car to even get to you. I'd walk 1,000 miles. Nigga, your car's broke down now. So you gonna walk to me, which means you probably can't afford a flight. Also, so now you're dirty macking from long distance.
On a budget. Dirty macking on a budget.
How are you dirty macking on a budget? Then it says, I don't care if he buys you nice things. Does his gifts come from the heart? Nigga, do you want to draw me a goddamn car? Like, I don't know, but if you were my girl, I'd make it so we'd never be apart. But then here we go. My love is all I have to give. Without you, I don't think I could live. You not only are you dirty macking, you're broke. You want to just stay up under me. You're also now making it seem like you about to kill yourself if I don't give you a chance. This is just giving. I literally was like, I don't want that type of love to ever find me. So literally while I'm singing, I'm recording it. I said, oh my God, this is a song for the bums. I could not, I literally was like, this is my least favorite song now, and I actually like this song. Mind you, it's when they dance with their hats. It's a really cute song.
Right.
Not anymore as an adult.
Showing up to a woman's house with dirty feet and like a razor to your wrist, talking about, can I please have some pussy, is a crazy way to go about getting your shit off, player. That's not Riz.
Doing that, well, I got a nigga with a car, buy me gifts.
Yeah. Like,
it was just complete dirty macking, and he had nothing to offer but his love. Then he like literally starts to like, does he listen when you talk? Baby, tell me your problems. Then here we go. I'll try my best to kiss them all the way. You gonna kiss these bills away? So now you just offering
but you don't have bills when you're a teen though. That's why it hit.
I'm not gonna lie. Offering to kiss my problems away is like your problems are
homework and your best friends. You know what I mean?
You know what though? I'm gonna shoot him a little bit of bail.
Here we go.
Maybe
not the bum bail.
Maybe I'm gonna shoot him some bum bail. Maybe the nigga's just a masochist, and he's just like, yo, I just need to suffer. Like I will fuck myself up for you, girl. Like you could chain me, whip me, fuck me up however you want to. Have your way with me. I just want you to be in my life.
What the nigga say? Guard! Guard! Come get this man! Guard! No, that sounds terrible. Anyways, 10 out of 10. It was like, they did great. I do also want to say that they were petitioning themselves for Super Bowl as a Super Bowl performer. And apparently they're petitioning it Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears. So that is the petition that they're trying to do. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not mad at it.
As a biracial, I wouldn't be mad for the Mayo Super Bowl next year. Not even gonna be mad.
I think that's a really good Super Bowl pre-show.
Oh damn!
I don't think they got it. I don't think they got it.
Wait, Britney,
you gonna La Russell, Britney Spears, and the Backstreet Boys?
But this Britney now, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't put this Britney now or that Kevin or that maybe that Kevin, but that Brian now out on the main stage in HD. No 4K.
Yeah, you feel like he's right? Bro, she's clean. And mind you, she's doing the same dances. She just needs to stop wearing the runny mascara.
And don't give her no sharp objects. And like we could be all right.
I would actually so be here for that.
But here's the thing here's why I'm not mad at it though, because I think like this Bad Bunny performance, and we're gonna talk about that down the line. But I feel like this was kind of like it felt like the last vestiges of culture at the Super Bowl. Like everyone feels it in the air. Like, okay, we might not get no more of this. Like we've had our good little run. Maybe it's a wrap
It's gonna be Taylor next year.
But but here's the thing about it. We all expect a white act to come up, but a white act could be somebody that niggas don't care about at all, or a white act could be something like this that black people and other people actually fuck with.
Yeah.
Like black people fuck with the Backstreet Boys. Black people fuck with Britney
I'm not gonna
Spears.
lie.
So it wouldn't be that.
Hold on.
For the record, too, Britney has already done it. She did it with NSYNC.
That's true. Oh yeah, that's true.
By the way,
with Aerosmith and
by the way, I thought black people fucked with Backstreet Boys too. Oh baby, there was 3 of us in the whole sphere.
Oh man,
did
y'all give each other head nods?
Maybe because it was a Wednesday. Maybe people didn't want to take the PTO. The tickets were also very expensive, but
I don't know.
It was the whitest show I've ever been to.
Were the blacks divided between NSYNC and Backstreet Boys?
They were, and I think more of the blacks went to NSYNC. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Look at you knowing Mr. Hip Hop.
98 degrees.
I think on the low too, black people like 98 degrees.
Hold on,
because they stole a lot of Boys to Men flow with 98
Yeah,
degrees.
no, that's fair.
Now, in the pecking order, of course.
I'm not gonna lie.
The pecking order, but I mean,
we need a poll. We need a poll. We need a poll on the IG.
They were the big 3.
They was the big 3. Yeah.
I was today years old when I knew that Jason or A King knew what a 98 degrees was. I can't believe
I used to breathe shit, sleep videos.
TRL,
BT, all of this shit. Even the independent, the shit that you can't see on. Who is
the lead singer in 98 Degrees?
All right, now
Nick Lachey.
Nick Lachey.
Now you doing a lot. Put some respect on my name, Nick Lachey.
All right,
that's true.
Okay,
yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie,
but I used to work at MTV, and so like I remember like Britney Spears did a residency at the Garden, and like
hold on,
each writer had to go a different night to write about it. So I had to write about Britney
He didn't just work for MTV; he was MTV News.
MTV News, yeah.
So let's do that.
Yeah.
Y'all, I forgot that I actually. And journalism, Jason, guys.
You got a Pulitzer Prize, nigga, a Nobel Peace, nigga, a fucking all types of niggas.
But wait, I want to go back to what you just said.
What's up?
If 98 Degrees, Backstreet Boys, and NSYNC is the big 3, who is Kendrick, who is Drake, and who is Cole?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's easy.
Well, we had to make this a poll. This is a good one. Go ahead.
Yeah.
First of all,
okay, 98 Degrees is 3. Which means
You see that hard?
You have it out. You don't have to continue. You can just leave it there and let the score finish.
You know what?
Let's turn this shit up a notch.
Hey guys in the Discord. John, what was your ignorant take for the week?
All right.
I love it.
I don't like that y'all just did that.
I love it.
I've already.
I just want to add one more thing
to quality content right there.
That's quality content.
I don't think Sean Carter and the Rock Nation Embassy is picking the Backstreet Boys or any one of those big 3 groups for next year.
Probably not.
They're gonna stay on code.
Yeah, probably not.
You got who that is? Who knows?
Yeah, or back to Bruno Mars or something like that.
Yeah, or like some type of Sabrina Carpenter / Dua Lipa /
with the Zara lawsuit. I like the little white girls whitening it up. I like them.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Now is music is reflecting what we see in society. So what is going to happen between the next 6 months, right?
Ooh.
From a societal standpoint that reflects musically, I think that's going to dictate what happens in 2027.
Okay, I'm with that.
We're going to see.
Super Bowl.
What's your little ignorant take, friend?
But why you talk about the other halftime show?
You look like you came ready with a read.
Like, we're all affected by the patriarchy, right? We're all affected by...
Go check that episode out.
Right.
Go check it in the archive.
If you haven't heard that episode yet, go get on that. We're all affected by the patriarchy, but we all are old enough to know better. Right?
Okay.
So, like, I don't call women out their name. I try to be respectful of all the things that how we're supposed to comport ourselves, right? But when I see things like racism, white people racism, especially from white women or white passing women, like it makes my misogyny flare up a little bit.
Ooh.
Just a little bit.
Say something?
It make you want to say something. And like I saw this story about this Colombian politician, Angela Vergara.
Oh.
And she's on the internet like boohooing, crying because her son got snatched up by ICE.
Yep.
She's a far-right Republican,
Okay.
conservative, like a Trump supporter type of person in Colombia. And she's on the internet boohooing about her son got snatched up by ICE and he was brutalized and all these things, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And it just, when I first saw it, my first reaction was like, bitch, shut up all that goddamn crying. Like, little fuck asshole. Like, stop. Like
Insert too short.
Bitch. Like, yeah, like, I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about right now. Like, you pretty much signed up for this with these type of, with supporting Trump and holding on to these type of policies. And like, and you in Colombia, like, you're not even here. And you can't, I was just like, that shit just make me want to say.
So she's mad that they sent her son back to her?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's even there yet. They might have him in a detention center or whatever the case is.
They might send him someplace else. Sometimes they don't even send them back to their own country.
Oh, you from Colombia? All right, you going to El Salvador?
Yeah,
you going to Peru?
Boy from Morehouse, the Mexican brother who
right,
he graduated Morehouse,
graduated the whole night. Yep.
And they sent him right back to Mexico.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he had advocates, but it only matters when it affects them directly.
Of course.
That's
the only way they
This
learn.
is an individualistic society. And to me, if you guys listen, I did a bonus episode of the psychology around someone who is queer, someone who is first generation, or the offspring of immigrants, or maybe also immigrant, like their ideology of still attaching themselves to this man at this point. I've already said it. I don't give a fuck. If you out here with the Trump sign in your yard and now you mad that they come into your goddamn city, because apparently they're showing up now in Atlanta and they're showing up now in Florida.
They've been in New York already.
And they've been in New York already. Yeah. So I guess that leads us to This Is America. Y'all, Cardi just not kicked off her Little Miss Drama Tour.
Shout out Cardi B.
Literally last week. So she kicked it off in Palmdale Springs, I believe, in California. And literally she had a joke where she said, hey, if ICE even think they gonna show up to this shit, we gonna jump them motherfuckers.
We knucking and bucking and ready to fight.
She already said if we got beef, we got beef forever.
Forever.
And we all beefing with ICE forever.
On site.
On
site. Look, immediately.
Look, they about to start
and
tweeting
Nikki ain't respond
now.
either. I'm like, man, why Nikki ain't respond yet?
Now, of course, the clip went viral.
Yep.
Which I'm not gonna hold you. We live right now in a reality show. This isn't real.
It's crazy.
Like this literally cannot be real.
Every day.
So y'all, Homeland Security. Literally, well, the Twitter to Homeland Security, they decided to get involved with and kind of respond. They decided to respond by saying, which I'm not gonna lie, was funny. She also said she has some bear mace. It's like the mafia in this shit. So Homeland Security took to their Twitter account, their X account, and said, as long as she doesn't drug and rob our agents, we'll consider that an improvement over her past behavior. Now, Cardi is very political, always has been, and I love her thing that she came back. She quote tweeted it and said, if we talk about drugs, let's talk about Epstein and friends drugging underage girls to rape them. Why y'all don't want to talk about the Epstein file?
Keep the main thing, the main thing.
Period.
Yeah, that way.
I'm not gonna lie. A part of me, we've seen the White House tweet certain things. We also see the parading that they've been doing with Nicki Minaj, like, making the White House gag city. Like, we know that, first off, Trump is cheap. So we know he's not hiring the immigrants for low-paying work. So what they have now are interns running these fucking social media accounts.
100%.
Has to be.
I want to know who the culture
advisor. I was like, this is someone that knows culture.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
we don't have it yet. I'm gonna make sure we get it. I gotta get that 10-4 bucket hat.
No, we.
Because my conspiracy theory is that Nikki told them to write that.
Oh, now that we know.
My theory
keep going, John.
Yeah. I believe that Nicki Minaj told them, like, oh, she's talking like that. Oh, say this.
And you know what? To be fair, she got time, because boy, does she go on rants for days when it comes to
nothing but
time.
I
said, where's her response? Not realizing that she already responded.
That is her response. That's why
she ghost wrote.
Yeah, that's a good one. Does she have the password though?
Homeland Security
we solved
Twitter.
it. We don't even need a tinfoil hat, my G.
Yeah.
It's like, right.
We don't even need
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Not A King said it's facts.
yeah, like that way. So
wow, this is the time we in.
No, this is the
That's
time.
crazy.
Shout out Cardi though. Like, listen, man.
But you see how close we are to politics, though. Think about this.
No, I think that we've said that a couple weeks ago. This is the most politically social, like everything that is tied up, and we'll get into it when we talk about sports as well.
Yeah.
Everything right now is political. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's pick a side with everything, which is also why I like pulling out the hypocrisy of things. But everything is actually now made political. There's almost no enjoyment of anything. We can't just be entertained anymore. It's what side of the coin do you fall on? Let me decide if you're going to embarrass me as an idol or if you align with my views. That's all that everything is now. And it's becoming so draining. So draining. By the way,
I can't wait till we get to the NBA conversation.
I can't wait to get to the NBA conversation too.
If y'all don't know what's in my head now,
we're getting into it.
It's gonna show you the quintessential reason why this podcast exists.
I love it.
I'm seeing it right now, and it's amazing.
By the way, if y'all thought I wasn't very ignorant at the top of this episode, I have a very ignorant take coming up.
But wait, it gets worse.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, I'm not gonna lie.
Y'all need to have that as a drop.
That's a drop.
Jason, if you could pull up the clip. I did want to get into this just a little bit while we're talking ICE, while we're talking politics. I love that you also brought this orange because it's giving you about to try to compete with Vic Mensa with his orange peeling abilities.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Vic Mensa's oranges. Vic Mensa.
But after pleading not guilty, Don Lemon recently sat down in a conversation with Vic Mensa, and this is what they had to say. Go ahead and play that clip.
I'm Vic. Ice out. I'm not just saying that. That's what Tom Homan is saying the borders are. What do you think out of Minnesota?
So they're going to move on and terrorize another city?
They're not saying that.
Yeah, that's what they mean. That's been the pattern. They've come and they've terrorized one city, then they've moved and they've escalated, then they've moved and they've escalated. I would assume they're going to continue to escalate.
I think that because there was one word that people didn't really pay that much attention. He said the aggressive, enforcement. And so maybe that means they're going to enforce, but not be as aggressive, or theater, like not use it theatrically.
Of course, they're going to stay. They're going to keep a certain presence there, but I think they'll probably shift their focus of aggression to a new city.
I'm done.
I'm Vic.
Out.
I think that it's literally that.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
I will also say what I found really interesting. There was a map that I came across on X that literally showed all of the changes of the red and blue states over like the last 60 years. And the way that Minnesota stayed blue, with surrounding red states, it was like, oh, that's why they went there. It's been so politically charged, and it's a state that when you live in a major city, none of us really talk about Minnesota, you don't think, but from a political landscape, I was like, oh, they've been about that.
Yeah.
So even seeing the protests, in Minnesota, they were protesting in 0-degree weather. Yeah. Like when all of this was happening with ICE. Yeah. Did y'all see the video of them throwing the dildos at the ICE?
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, I was like, oh, Minnesota is about that.
They about that.
They may be like some of the dopest white people this country may have.
No,
for real.
Minnesota, like when it comes to that type of shit, like Minnesotans are, this is not a sports podcast, but Minnesotans politically are like the Packer fans of social consciousness. Like 0-degree weather, doesn't matter what the conditions is, like we outside for our team. We're gonna stand out here, we're gonna talk all our shit, we're not sitting down, we're gonna throw dildos at you, like we don't give a fuck. And that's what they on. And they've been on that. You said they've been on that for a long time.
That is what they're on. I wish I could find this. Oh my God. I hope. So speaking of Vic Mensa, I'm obsessed with the content he's been making.
He's doing an amazing
really
job.
Good. He also is one of the people, like, I've been obsessed with his music. I mean, clearly he's also, if y'all are watching this on video, the autobiography by Vic Mensa.
I got it behind me too. Look at that. You see that?
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
We in sync. We in sync.
Yeah.
This is why our group chat.
Is yours autographed too?
Damn. Damn.
Hold on, you know what's crazy?
Damn.
You know what's crazy?
Hey, Jason,
Nigga was just having
it'll be in
a
14
connective
days. I bet
moment
you
and
that.
just like flexed on you like, hold on.
Hold on, you know what's crazy? I actually have his most recent album signed, the vinyl signed at the
Take
house.
that.
All right.
Thank you very much.
that for that.
Now I gotta bring that in. I'm wondering if he deleted it, but he made a post recently. Oh,
it was really good.
Well, I wanted to. Let me see.
Let me see if
I wanted to talk about it, but I can't see if. By the way, I love everything he does so much. I subscribe to his Substack. So he just dropped a Substack, but
it was on his Instagram. He did, didn't he?
He made an Instagram post, yeah, but he removed it, and it was talking about basically his battle right now with wanting to start a podcast, but also feeling like me starting a podcast is me admitting that I failed in music. He feels like, oh yeah,
that's what people do.
He feels like starting the podcast is where people who are not excelling in their music careers
like you threw in
go.
the towel.
And I was like,
yeah.
What did we say?
I even think that was a sentiment he was saying, the throw in the
we-
towel sentiment too.
When we came in and we start pre-gaming, right? This is because they're not putting out music no more.
no,
And which is interesting because they say, oh, rap is in a great space.
it is.
right? If you're an independent artist, this is your time. It's the OG ones that we see chit-chatting on these microphones. They scared to get in that booth. And I'm not talking about a freestyle. I'm talking about putting effort and intentions to a full-blown album.
Well, here's what I mean, I think that does apply to a certain extent, but like
Yeah, it's hard to agree with.
I wouldn't call Jada and Joe like
half,
but they're not like failures at music though.
half and half. I'm
But
talking
I'm
about
also-
going in the
but-
booth today. We know Jada's gonna go in the booth.
Jada for sure gonna go
So
in the
half
booth.
and half.
But Jada's also like an aberration that like people still pay attention to him X
Right.
amount of years in his career. Like Bleak put out an EP last year. Not a lot of people checked for it, but
He did though.
you know what I mean? But he
Yeah.
did it active. But he also talked about the realities of like his fandom and how people check for him is different than what it was 10 years ago.
Back then.
I want to
Yeah.
read kind of what he said in him expressing these feelings. He said, at certain moments in life, to evolve to the next stage of becoming, one must be willing to shed old ideas of self, to allow some dreams to die and others to be born. The versions of yourself that may have once sustained you may no longer represent you. Sometimes it is moments of extremity that bring this clarity, a near-death experience, the birth of a child, the harsh walls of incarceration. Sorry. None of those words feel quite right to me. However, what it really feels like is standing at the edge of what has worked and admitting without theatrics that it may not work anymore, or it may not be enough anymore. And
That's
literally
some real shit.
And literally in the
I don't want
caption,
him to do the podcast. Don't do it.
in the caption, well, and I've been talking to him about having a podcast. Like we've had conversations for hours. He's constantly picking my brain at how to do it, how it's monetized, what works, like how often he has to do it, the video, how necessary it is. Like, and I'm like, Vic, you're so freaking great at this. Like you should. But I get that there is a perception that it's where people go to pivot careers that are no longer, and so there's a thing like, do I abandon music if I go this route? Are people going to think I'm a failure in music because I go this route?
Yes.
And see?
You want to know why?
Yeah.
Because there's a different tier of rapper that's doing podcasts.
Ooh.
Remember that.
Ooh.
And if the goal is always to be the best and compete with the best, once you relinquish that by doing this fucking podcast shit, right?
First off,
and
don't podcast shit.
No, when I say that, look. Hey, hold on. Let me draw the bar though.
Yes.
We're elite podcast niggas, right?
Okay.
We're a certain tier of podcasts.
For sure.
You're entering our world. We're not trying to rap. Although I had an idea to do
I wrote
parody shit,
I actually
and I still might do it, dude.
I actually had a verse that I wrote for today's show for no reason at all. For no reason at all, I wrote a verse for this
We're
episode.
closing out with your verse. We're closing out.
All right.
The anti-rap pod.
We will not have Jason do the beat because
No, this is an acapella. This is acapella.
Look, I've had conversations with Freddie Gibbs about doing. He been itching, but you know why he won't do it? Because he doesn't believe he's in that tier anymore. Because he's a Grammy Award winning now, nominee and winner.
I think when you're like that creative, it's like you have to put your all into one bucket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think Freddie Gibbs would be an ill podcaster, but for him to be a dope podcaster, he just have to stop. Like that's what Joe did. That's what Noriega did. Like they had to stop in order to do it. You can argue like for some people it wasn't their decision to stop and they did it, but like I just don't think you could do it to that degree and be full time in each.
No.
Oh, no. You can't. Let's be very clear. And I think it's what people are realizing now because we have the Joes, because now even athletes are potting.
I don't even put Joe in that.
No, but to say that this is time consuming. Like, I remember I was talking to T.I. before he brought back Expeditiously.
Before he came back.
And he
really good episode with DJ Toomp recently.
Great
I
episode.
love that he brought it back, but I remember at one point we were talking, he was like, yeah, like, it's a lot. Do you think there's a way I could create an ensemble to where they could pod if I can't make it? And I'm like, no, you have to be there for every episode.
Unless he had a cast of characters that
But so that's what he was thinking of creating at one point.
That would take some time to build up. The audience should have it.
Like, you got to do that for 2 years minimum.
But
to get people to like them.
But here's what I'll say about like Vic and his take on that. And I'm saying this like with the utmost respect.
Okay.
Like no funny. There's a lot, like I know Vic Mensa has obviously like a fan base.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the wider hip hop audience is looking at Vic Mensa as somebody who has had like the most stellar career ever, who has to maintain some level of oh, if you fall back, we're gonna look at you weird because you used to be this YZ. He's put out a lot of great art.
Yeah.
And he's had a lot of, I saw Vic Mensa perform, open up for Jay-Z during the 444 tour.
Well, yeah, because that's another thing. He was signed to Jay.
Yeah.
And apparently it's difficult. Like only Rihanna and J. Cole has successfully.
Right. Like
Jay is Jay, but let's be very clear. He doesn't bring in his artists the way he should.
Yeah, signing to
like,
Rock
I don't
Nation.
even know. Does Vic have a Jay verse on anything?
Nah.
No.
He's never appeared.
But it can't be the prerequisite to sign to Rock Nation.
Yeah, no, it's not. But I guess the point is that like
the boost.
Like, but this is my like. So Vic Mensa's last album came out in 2023. The album before that came out in 21. He put out one in 2019, 18.
Oh,
so
he drops music.
He drops music, but now it's 2026. So he hasn't put out an album in 3 years. Right, and before that there was almost 2.5 years in between that one and the one before that. So like I understand him as a creative, as the person who might feel like
he valuing his music art higher than it should be. Is that what you?
Maybe. I think, and I
don't even know if that, like that sounds crazy.
I know.
And again, like, I'm not trying to disrespect this brother at all, but it's just that like, what are we holding on to? From a music standpoint that says you can't do this podcast and come smash it.
That's a good point.
You can't do both. Because like you're not really a everyday artist in the sense of like you're putting out music all the time, doing a bunch of collaborations. You're not dropping music like Russ. Doesn't Russ drop it weekly still? I think so.
I feel like Vic doing a podcast would be like Vince Staples doing a Netflix show. Like they're not artists where they're like so huge where like the music like consumes like where they have to like cycle every year or they drop all the time.
Busy,
like,
stay on tour.
I think there's a cool complementary way. Like I wouldn't even want him to do like a general interest podcast. Do something that's related to the album. That's like
that's fair.
6 months before the album and 6 months after the album.
He's
like
so
something
conscious.
But he's politically charged right now.
He's so politically charged, but he's always been.
Yeah.
He's always been this. He has a song called I want to say it's 16 Shots. And it's about a kid being killed in Chicago. Like
it's about
one of my favorite
Laquan McDonald.
And then I love Liquor Locker.
Oh yeah.
If you go back, like he has some really good fucking music.
And I can argue that what Vic is doing right now with his oranges and his messaging, I can argue that has put his name in more regular conversation in my life than his music ever
has.
Facts.
I've never had a Vic Mensa music conversation with anybody. I get these links of him talking that shit all the time in group chats. It's constant conversation. People love that shit.
Let me tell you how Weezy and I, my other podcast, we have completely different music tastes. Completely different. Vic Mensa came on Decisions.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard Weezy mention Vic Mensa. She recently just because of the orange trees and things. Not that she knows his catalog, but she's like, oh my God, the content that Vic Mensa's dropping right now. Like, and I was like, okay, girl.
And
kind of quality human being.
And it's good content. So I do think, by the way, Vic, I've already told you this. You have my support. Just do the fucking podcast.
Do the pod, bro.
Do the fucking pod.
Do the pod.
Do it.
And don't sit here and squander over people's thoughts. It's the same way when celebrities get broke and need money, they might have to go get another job. And they don't want to go get a job because they're so consumed with what people may think. Think of this as another art. Think of this as another art. Just do the podcast.
And it is an art to this. But I also could argue that if Vic decides to do this podcast and it really blows up, he might be the first artist to benefit musically from having a successful podcast.
I'm not gonna lie.
Because people
like if you do, I need 5%.
Because people want to know you. People want to have insight to you. And not saying that his music isn't personal, but if you have a profile that has grown that much, where people love you that much, and they're that invested in your thoughts and ideas, that can translate directly to your art with the type of stuff that you could be talking about on your albums.
Oh, listen, I'll produce it. I already told him I'll produce it. For remote though, because he in LA. He in LA. But yeah, no. Vic, you have our support.
100%.
Absolutely. And if you aren't familiar, he does have it to where you can subscribe to his Substack, where he talks about a lot of things. So I love that he is growing this community where he's gathering data too for people that are interested in what he has to say. That was a great start. So
I got a list we could create.
To Vic Mensa. You said what?
I got a list we could kind of go over one day.
We could
develop this list.
Listen, I
rappers we don't want to see with podcasts.
Oh my God! All right. Well, we might actually get into that when we get into Celebrity Save the Darkness.
Yeah. That might could spin the corner right now.
But let's get into the fact that this is not a sports podcast. But
however,
let's get into some sports. As y'all know, last week we had our Black History Month episode drop. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you go now. We give you some entertainment, some laughs, and some history.
Shout out to all y'all arguing in the comments right now about black men that did white women right.
Because apparently...
some people get the joke and some people in there mad.
No. They literally don't understand sarcasm.
Yeah.
They think we're for real. And now I'm being attacked. Isn't the host mixed?
I just saw that before we went live right now. I saw that
Manny could be like, yo, I'm about to buy these new Jordans. What give you the right? You biracial mother. Bro, she's a human being.
Well, it don't matter what I say. They love bringing up that I got a white mama in them comments to undermine me. Suck my dick from the back. Anyways, because that was our episode last week, we weren't able to really give thoughts, but also I love that we get to sit with things a little longer over here because we get to see the outrage. And so really what we do is we respond to the outrage of y'all niggas. And so Bad Bunny performed at the Super Bowl. We really don't have to talk about the game because boy was that boring.
Expected too.
The game was boring.
Listen, I like Patriots suffering. So any take that how you go. Any level of Boston sports fans suffering is I'm all for.
Love it.
So it was beautiful.
Well, let's get into our thoughts on Bad Bunny and the Super Bowl halftime performance. By the way, there were a lot of people that did choose to turn into the Turning Point Channel USA shit with Kid Rock and shit.
I heard they rigged it
a lot.
I'm sure they
Not a lot
of people.
Not a lot. Also, there was one girl that was, I don't know if y'all saw the video. It went viral. She was at the Super Bowl, but had the Turning Point halftime on in her headphones at the Super Bowl. And it's like, girl, you already supported by going to the Super Bowl. You're already here.
Yeah.
And
I read they recorded, it was like over a two-day weekend, the Turning Point.
The Turning Point thing?
They did a lot. They casted people to be in the audience for $250.
Wait, what? They paid people to be in the audience?
Yeah, and then they tied it together and then aired it, but it wasn't live.
Live to tape? Wow.
Live to tape, yeah.
That's corny, damn.
It was only 180 people in it?
That's the word.
I mean, maybe Trump should do that to get people to go watch that Melania doc.
Maybe.
Maybe you gotta pay people to go watch
see that shit. The word that I saw was that most of the views were online views. The number I saw last was 6 million. I still think that's probably sus. But but I think that's probably still like a little suspect because 6 million people didn't watch that shit.
Well, this was the most viewed halftime performance of all time.
Nope.
No, Kendrick
Bad Bunny.
No.
Yes.
Variety. Kendrick. Well, I mean, maybe now with the long tail.
Hold on.
No, live.
Hold on.
I would say live.
No. Let me tell you right now. Variety don't like. Variety is a white article.
Of course.
Did you not see how Variety came for center?
Yeah. I was saying Variety was trying this shit.
We are gonna treat Variety like Fox Sports or Fox News.
Fox News.
Like Variety doesn't get quoted in this.
Chart data as well.
You said what?
Chart data.
Go to Chart Data. Who had? He had more than Kendrick.
But these are live views or these are views of the YouTube performance?
No, they said Kendrick Lamar.
No, it's been updated. Mandy's
yes, it was 127 to 133.5.
The bar chart.
Oh wow. So not far.
No, not far.
Not far. Okay.
But you see how the Drakeys they want to dethrone K-Dot so bad. I love it. I love the commitment.
Yummy, the way you be laughing.
I love the commitment.
Okay.
They're looking for
fine. Anyways.
It's kind of a case for both of y'all. So Kendrick Lamar is number one in the ratings. But if you draw the ratings with like traditional TV ratings and social imprint, then Bad Bunny is number one.
That's what I saw.
Right.
Yep. He's number one.
It could be either.
Let's get into though. Our thoughts. I do. Okay. Only because I was disrespectful to him during the Black History Month episode.
Who's this?
We have to let the Puerto Ricans speak first. Like I have to give him, I know it's Black History Month. If we don't talk Bad Bunny, we actually got a Puerto Rican here.
She said you ain't got no tie to Black history.
What were your thoughts? Also from a New Yorkican, even though you're Jersey, I can kind of call you New Yorkican because there was so much. It felt Bronxy. It felt all
Gasolina.
that. What were your thoughts of the performance?
And did you cry?
Oh, I was full fucking tears. Like, when Ricky Martin came, that was
huge. I'm not gonna lie, my girl screamed too loud when Ricky Martin came on there. I was
I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, calm down.
The Botox and filler, he could chill just a little bit. It took me a while to be like, but also, I am very shocked, and it would have been so much better. This is my only critique about that. If he coming out, bitch, I don't care if he don't want to sing. We need a Living La Vida Loca.
Well, let me tell you why I was crying.
You know the backstory of this. Come on, journalist.
So Ricky Martin had wrote a piece in Time magazine about Bad Bunny, and he was saying how Bad Bunny did it the right way and how Ricky Martin and Mark Anthony didn't because they made English language albums, right? And so he does that honoring Bad Bunny, and then he always gives Bad Bunny props. And so that the song he did, it's Don't Let What Happened to Hawaii Happen to Us, Puerto Rico, the island. And so he does the part that he does. He's like, they want to take my beach, they want to take my neighborhood, they want my grandmother to move, but I waved the flag, and we will never lose like our essence, right? Like that's the part he did. And so like but also had like this double meaning for him, right? Like he had to do an English language album. He had to like hide his sexuality. Yeah. And so like he has this moment where like the young dude puts him on, and like it was just like so symbolic. And I think the halftime show was so dope because it's like Bad Bunny told the story of like so many Puerto Ricans, but it felt so personal. Like the way it opened with like the sugar cane. Like my grandfather used to do that. My grandfather used to cut sugar cane, and then like it ends with like the blackout, and like my aunt still lives on the island and she was affected. But so it's like, and then when he did like the part with like New York, so it's like there's so many elements of it that like and it sounds so like white people to say, but like you see so many elements of yourself in the performance that like that shit was like super powerful. And then Ricky Martin is just such a like story to like so many Puerto Rican families. Like you saw him when he was like 12 years old in Menudo, and then to see him then, it felt like very full circle. And that specific song, the setting was like the album cover to have Ricky Martin, like the aesthetic of it, like it was just layered in a way that like rappers do, you know what I mean? And so like it very much was like a continuation of last year with Kendrick Lamar, but just the Spanish language album.
Now we didn't get Cardi perform-ish.
That was one of the craziest parts of the thing.
Cardi,
like he had A-listers who were just like, yeah, chill over there while I get busy.
I am curious to know your thoughts on Gaga.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Oh, so that part was interesting too. So at first when I saw it, I was confused, and then when I rewatched it the next day, there's a break where Bad Bunny starts speaking in English, and he's like, I'm here at the Super Bowl and they didn't believe in me, but I believed in myself, and you can believe in yourself. And then he starts singing the song Monaco, and the beginning of the song he says, tell me, is this what you wanted? And then as soon as he says that, it cuts to Lady Gaga and like the wedding scene. And I feel like that was like, the white woman, is this what you want? But then the white woman is backed by a Puerto Rican band.
Right.
She does like the bomba and like plena version of her song. So I felt like that was like a bit
the subversiveness of that.
It was super subversive.
Because I couldn't. Okay. I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, that's what struck me when I watched it the second time.
I'm
When
glad
I
you
listened to it,
explained
I was
that.
like, all right, he's setting it up.
Because it was very like in a group chat that I'm in, it was a very controversial thing where like people were pissed off about it, and honestly, it was black people that was mad. Like, why the fuck is she up there?
Yeah,
and which I understand to a degree, but also like Benito has always been like pretty avid about the fact that he loves Lady Gaga. So to me, it wasn't that strange.
and they had that moment at the Grammys where he was sitting by himself, and she came and like tapped him on the shoulder.
Right. So like I understood it to some degree, but I also could get the idea of like, okay, why is she here? But I didn't think about that context you just put it in. And to me, that makes it make a lot more sense.
That is even a bigger slap in the face.
So I actually like that. I like that now. Yeah.
I will say
it was super trollish. Like my wife was like,
so
it was so like positive, and I was like, I mean, it was.
No, even the fact that, and I don't know.
But he was definitely trolling them too.
I don't know if it was planned, but the fact that okay, you're speaking in Spanish, your performance is in Spanish, you have these people dancing and twerking, and at one point, and that's where I'm like wondering creatively if it was planned. They had 2 men grinding on it.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I love this. I'm not gonna lie. For like still now, I kind of want to be Puerto Rican. That's this performance. 2 things for me. Thought that it was beautifully done. And every time I go on tour, I don't know why I think I got a Beyonce budget. I'll be like, oh, I want leaves and I want my stage to look like this.
Around this bitch.
I'm not gonna lie, the stage
set design was magnifique.
Like, so for me as someone who loves live performances, who loves set design, I I really love seeing that be center stage to some degree, right?
Yeah.
He bodied it. To find out that the same person who did Kendrick Lamar did this as well.
Charm LaDonna.
I was like, holy
Charm LaDonna,
What's the name?
Charm LaDonna.
Charm LaDonna.
Choreography.
Yeah.
Hey, Charm.
She's out of here. I know her bankroll is.
I need some dance classes and shit, but bitch, when I get the money, I'm hiring you for something. Yomi, that is off mic that you can't hear.
Put a little mic on it. We gotta put a mic stand on it.
We gonna have to give her a mic.
Yeah.
No, you know what? She laughs too much at my expense.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Yomi does great work, but that's my favorite part of Yomi.
No, she laughs at my expense.
That's fantastic. But yeah, no, never change, Yomi. Never change.
For me, the Super Bowl was just. It was beautifully done. It was beautifully done.
From moment one. Like you said, like the set design and the coloring and everything, I was just like, oh, I didn't expect him to come to play, but it was very like, oh, he's not fucking around.
Oh, he wasn't fucking around.
He was like,
the crazy part about it too is like he's like I'm trying to think like the best comparison. Like he was not always like he's like not like he was like Trey Songz. And now he's become like Marvin Gaye. Like he was awesome. Like he's like his early records were like Dirty Mackin'. Like he was like more rapping, and it was a lot of like I'll take your girl, like fucked it. But like my mom still doesn't listen to Bad Bunny because she thinks he's just nasty.
But
in his 10-year arc, like he's become so like it's crazy that literally imagine Trey Songz became Marvin Gaye. Like
no,
it's literally that.
It's
crazy.
I saw someone like give the words for VIP.
Yeah.
That was like a little bit of Monica in my life. He's listening what he like, and I'm like,
he was talking about pink cocaine.
Yeah. But even that one, so that song's Titi Me Pregunta. The third verse is again, it's subversive. He talks about like, so he sends the first 2 verses like, you know, this girl, my aunt asked me to have a lot of girlfriends. You have a lot of girlfriends. Then the third verse, he's talking about like the idea of that, like that just leaves you lonely. If you live that life, that just leaves you lonely.
That nigga deep.
Yeah, but he was not always this person. That's why it's so crazy to like to see him have the football at the end and like We Are America and do that. Like this is not who he was in 2017.
Imagine if Drake had taken that route. Imagine if Drake had started off just like a little young dickhead about like, you know, talking to Drake shit, and then actually like became some level of conscious that people could.
And of course,
but it's still jamming.
Still jamming.
They've been showing older Bad Bunny, right? And I definitely want to get to All Star, but there was a clip that they've been like posting with him in a dress. in one of his videos.
So that was a song he was doing when the two guys were grinding into each other. That was the music video for
that
song.
Though, even, and they're like, "This is who y'all have performing at the Super Bowl." Yeah. The backstory behind him wearing that is that there was a trans woman who got killed, and he was doing that in remembrance of her, and I was just like, "Oh wow!"
Nah, he's drag. Yeah, he's too ill.
I'm not gonna lie. Buying the Apple AirPods, spending the money. I need to hear what this nigga really said. I'm getting all the albums.
Well, you can't have it. We live in a time now where it's like you can't have too much positivity without somebody trying to piss and eliminate. And so, like the day after the Super Bowl, I saw this clip that was floating around where people were trying to manufacture outrage for a Bobby Shmurda, a hot nigga freestyle that he did back in, who knows, 2014 or some shit like that. It was like, see, look at him, he says nigga and like all that, and I was like, here we go.
This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Right. They did even the whites were really upset, and I think tried to petition the FCC to fine the NFL and Bad Bunny because of all the sexually explicit things that they were showing, and it's like, bro, they were just dancing. Salsa, merengue, twerking. Like, y'all ain't got no problems with it. Like, come on.
Yeah,
like,
the FCC, they investigated, but they cleared them up.
They cleared it already? Yeah. I love, come on, journalism.
But just the fact that, so we do this performance, and I say we, because I think he speaks for a large populace of us who just want to just get out of this funk that we're in. Why we gotta investigate him?
Yeah.
He's speaking against the fucking fuck shit that's happening?
It's dumb.
But we should expect it at this point. It's like, oh shit, we gotta investigate him. Because they had two dudes gyrating on the screen.
Yeah. Let's be clear. Someone always gonna be mad.
Of course.
And
even the people that mad are full of shit.
But also, whoa.
Oh, well.
You stepped on my goddamn transition. I'm not full of shit, but I was about to be like, I'm mad at All-Star Weekend. But clearly I'm full of shit. Clearly I'm full of shit too. I'm not going to lie. The conversation, because they're also back-to-back, the Super Bowl is so heavily watched. The Super Bowl performance has been so heavily discussed.
Yes.
NBA All-Star Weekend has almost felt like an afterthought for a lot of people. I don't think, and there's a few things, right? I did attend. So I attended the Skills Challenge dunk contest on Saturday night. Also went to the game yesterday.
You had an RSC.
You said what?
You had an RSC too.
Yeah, I want to get into that.
I seen the IG story. I was like, oh.
Carl Anthony. I'm sorry, Kat.
I would like to shout out.
I'm like, she right there.
I would like to shout out my peoples. Shout out to Keith. Shout out to Marianne. They are responsible for talent with the NBA.
Shout out to Keith
so
and
the
Marianne.
performers y'all saw, they're amazing. Just so y'all know, I ain't fucking for tickets, okay? I know people at hot places. So I got to enjoy the All-Star experience. The tickets that I received.
Did they give you the tennis bracelet too? You posted it.
Hold on.
Bookmark that. Continue.
Valentine's Day will be discussed behind the paywall.
Or the Rolex.
The Rolex been mine.
Well, the Rolex been. No, because I'm like, why is she posting the Rolex? We know the Rolex. I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, but I did get diamonds to add. But no, that's going behind the paywall. Because as much as people think I'm a whore, I did have a Valentine. Anyways, so went to the game.
Okay.
The tickets. And I know a lot of people have been complaining about the emptiness, so to speak.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck or why the fuck they are doing it this way. They have completely priced out the actual fan. The seat that I was in was a $2,500 ticket.
Insane.
I had a friend who was like, yo, send me the section you were in. I'm going to get a ticket. He bought it the day of. $3,700.
Damn.
Not only that, you ready? Box of popcorn, $10.50. Drinks were $26 a piece. And also, they make you download the Intuit Dome app. I am still kind of savvy. That dome is so high tech. It's cash, like everything has to go through the app. The anxiety of
not the high tech dome.
It was so high.
High tech dome. What does that look like?
It was so high tech.
Like
it was so high tech. I can imagine if you have a flip phone or an Android or just you're older and
Oh,
you don't
and
know
you
how to.
can't do all of that.
I was
Yeah.
frustrated.
You're gonna be hungry.
You have to like transfer the tickets or they have to give you a band. It was not a great entry experience going into that dome.
Yeah.
Also, you have to walk.
Yo.
I'm gonna say 10.
Jason, it's going all over our head though. You know, pause. You know, all of this is going over. Like
Going into the dome.
Oh, you just
that's applause.
you just that was the now. You just missed the whole shit before.
Oh,
Going into
I'm
the
saying I'm
dome.
talking nasty.
No, it's okay.
Man.
Continue.
You know,
High
innuendo.
tech dome,
The AI
get it?
dome.
And you, yeah.
Nah,
Into
it
But
was,
that's why. That's probably why it's cost so
Dome
much.
talk.
Because of all the
but
technology.
and so that's what I'm saying. So all of the technology. By the way, they
technology.
have a beautiful halo. It looks nice
Futuristic.
inside.
I'm sure.
Also, the
Enough.
food. So I'm on club level, and I see the food out. Mind you, it's like the food is sitting out. They have like it's a $17 slice of pizza. Then they have
Like,
this
come
thing. Hold
on,
on, you
fam.
ready?
Like-
We're at a game. They have this thing called fish and chips, and I was like, oh, okay. I guess I'll do the fish and chips.
Yeah, bro.
I was looking. I said, where the fish? The fish had air quotes. It was
Oh shit.
it was caviar. 3 scoops of caviar on potato chips. $40.
Wow.
I said
That's fish and chips.
that was their fish and chips.
Wow.
It was way too like, what are y'all really trying to do? It to me, as someone that I got a little coin, I, as someone who's been a basketball fan for my entire life, was like, how can anyone enjoy being here?
Yeah.
It's not a
Like,
good experience.
A $26 drink, even. My friend bought 4 drinks, $110.
And the thing that pisses me off about this shit is that, like, I understand it's a business. I understand, profit margins and all of that. But like, bro, you can still make millions and millions and millions of dollars without going in people's pockets like that. Like the sodas and all that kind of shit. Like this is just syrup and carbonated water.
Literally.
The margins on 1 cup of Coca-Cola is probably a penny, 2 pennies.
Okay, so you ready?
Tops.
You ready what I heard from a local? Allegedly. And I don't know if they're just trying to make it up. Because of how high tech it is, and because everything is through an app and everything is like this, allegedly the first 2 months the dome was open, nothing was being charged. The technology, no one was really being charged for their food. So for 2 months, it took them a while to catch that they weren't receiving the revenue from the concessions.
Wow.
It is that high tech in there. To where I was just like,
Good on
this
them.
is really like
But the thing
almost,
is, not all arenas are like that. So I would imagine it's just a venue issue.
Well,
maybe.
yeah, they can decide that.
The
though.
venue's
Yeah.
upcharging
Like,
NBA
well,
to
next
make
year-
up for losses that they had.
next year the All-Star game is in Phoenix. So it's also not a major city.
Right.
So I'm curious to see if it's more affordable than LA. LA to me, by far, if y'all are ever looking to go to All-Star weekend and it's in LA,
Yeah.
don't go. There were so many parties
Mm-hmm.
that
Wow.
everything was so spread out to where the parties, the exclusive ones,
It seemed like it
weren't
was,
even they weren't even packed. It just didn't
Yeah.
feel like. And then I don't know if y'all saw, they shut down Jaylen Brown's party in Beverly Hills.
I saw that.
It was a house party or is that a
No,
it was a panel.
It was a whole and then he did have afters because I was
Of
supposed
course,
to go.
there was
There was an
afters.
after hours party that was supposed to take place starting
Yeah.
at 10. But during the day he had a panel.
Yeah.
Mind you, the same venue had been used since Thursday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday were used by other people.
Mm-hmm.
They came to shut his down. On Sunday, his was he's black.
Well, he was trying to bridge the gap or the conversation between black and brown in the tech industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, based on what I saw, and you could tell he's a genuine dude, man. I really think he had good intentions, and I don't know who his lineup was, but he kept emphasizing he had a dope panel, and he was talking to the youth about getting involved in this shit. And I think that the power that be was like, man, fuck all that shit. We don't want this shit in Beverly Hills, nigga. Just like that.
Also, don't like. I mean,
Right.
listen.
And he's screaming now too.
Let me get back out my
The NBA got to get back to the community.
I was
period.
gonna say, what does the NBA have to do?
NBA cares. Y'all got to get back.
NBA Cares used to be dope. That was dope. When we
Now,
used to-
now, NBA Cares was present. There was video of what was happening around All-Star Weekend, and you did have people go and give back to the community. So NBA Cares was active and present this
Dope.
weekend.
the
Again,
NBA doesn't run NBA like All-Star Weekend anymore. It's all the brand partnerships. Like just like you said, like all those parties. I was joking with my man the other day, but it's true. Like the reason why the All-Star game is not as good to people as what they imagine it to be. Like Larry Bird wasn't in the streets 4 nights a week, like going to like the Coca-Cola, this whatever classic,
Right.
and then like meeting his like
Yes.
fintech partner in the morning, and then do it like they do all these events, and then it's like, all right, play ball, and they're like, they ain't trying to like.
I've been smoking blunts and drinking Hennessy all
Yeah.
weekend.
No, wait. I'm curious.
So
So let's get into the actual All-Star games then. And because it was the first year that they had a different setup, I will also say, I am sorry for y'all on the East Coast. A 2:00 game start.
I liked it being early though.
Well, you're old.
And usually like I'm the first person that says like when somebody's like back in the day or when we were younger, but it used like the All-Star game used to come on earlier on Sunday morning, like Sunday afternoon.
Because they didn't have all the activities leading up to it, other than the dunk contest and the 3-point.
Right.
But that's on Saturday.
Well, so that was always Saturday night. It was always
Friday, Saturday, Sunday now.
Yeah.
It's 3
Right.
days.
But it used to be that way before, but the game was always earlier on Sunday. It wasn't
when it's on the West Coast, yes, but it still airs around 7:30.
Yeah, normally tip off.
No. I'm talking about like when Magic Johnson was playing.
Oh, TVs were black and white then. Calm down. We're talking about what we've known
Jason,
for the last
why you set yourself up for that? You know what you're doing there, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. You shouldn't go down the road of like back in the day. But I thought it was
No.
It was interesting to experiment with it as an earlier time.
Jason, I actually want to relate to you a little bit. So let's start with Saturday.
Yeah.
I did miss the 3-point contest. By the time I got in, Dame won, but they were setting up for Shooting Stars.
Yeah.
And then, of course, after Shooting Stars, because
I have a Saturday question for you.
It was that. And then, of course, dunk contest. I'm excited.
Yeah.
This is where I felt really old. Okay. First off, I was like, who is these niggas? The 4 guys that were a part of the dunk contest.
Yeah.
I don't even think they're starters within their own teams.
They're not even starters.
No, they're. I feel like 1 or 2 of them might be on 2-way contracts.
And,
like,
it wasn't finalized till days leading up to the event, which is unnormal.
And they were talking about the last guy, mind you, the player that has won for the last 3 years, the white guy.
Never even been on the NBA roster.
Well, never been on the NBA roster. He plays in the G League.
Crazy.
And apparently because he won the last 3 years, they didn't let him in.
Yeah.
Now, Jace Richardson apparently only got the call because his dad is Jay Rich.
Yep.
And he's won in the dunk contest. And so I was like, okay, this is what we have going on. All right, cool. Now, the first round of dunks, I really felt disconnected to it. And let me tell you why. Again, I was already pissed at all the fucking tech in the building. So when I started seeing the board, they just had to enter. I said, back in my day, they held up the sign.
Oh, the sign.
I said, where are the cards?
That's part of the ceremony. Yeah.
That's part of fun.
Yeah.
That was a part of the fun.
Yeah. But that was
especially when they changed the numbers.
But the last time we seen that was 2 years ago? It wasn't that long.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So when we're talking about like the things that bring us like the nostalgia of what All-Star Weekend was, don't take that away from us.
Yeah,
you know
everything don't have to be digital. Like keep some of the analog stuff to make people have that feeling.
I bet you come back.
Good word choice, nostalgia.
So so again, so it's the tech, it's me wanting old school, and I just realized, damn, maybe I'm old because I like how things used to be. So I have an ignorant take right now.
Okay, all right. Mid-show ignorant take. Let's have it.
So during All-Star Weekend, they pick the dance teams from 2 NBA teams. This year, they picked the Brooklyn Nets, which I love because I'm familiar with the dancers in Brooklyn, and they picked the dancers from the Orlando Magic.
A dance hall.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, best of both worlds for you.
Right.
Yeah. That's you.
So where you go? Oh, shit.
I was just bothered. And here's why.
With no ass?
No, but so that's a bit of my problem.
Okay.
Brooklyn
had the Orlando Magic dancers have like 2 or 3 guys and have decided to go the inclusive route.
Okay.
Bodies of all shapes and sizes.
Oh man.
Yo, she said it like they put Lizzo on the pyramid.
She said negative body, unpositive.
And so a part of me is like, as I'm wanting nostalgia, I'm like, where the bad bitch dancers at? I said, everything does not need to be inclusive. So mind you, I'm complaining to like one of my niggas.
Right.
And he was like, Yeah, but you used to be thick. And I said, guess what? Hold on. And I said, hold on.
Used to.
It's okay because guess what I said? And guess what? I never had a dream of becoming an NBA dancer because I did not fit the mold. Bring back the mold of the NBA dancers. I want the bitches to have the high titties, the beautiful makeup, the long legs. I want the dancers to give me the feel as to when I go to a Cowboys game and I'm like this at the Cowboys dancers, NBA dancers should be fine. Fuck y'all giving me breakbeat dancers and bitches with bellies. I don't want to see that at an NBA game.
I mean,
bro,
when we lose recipes, we lose.
We lost the recipe
we
to
lost
everything.
interest into this shit.
Here's the thing. Why does everything have to be inclusive? Jesus Christ. Can we actually make some things stay the same? Bro, if I'm at an NBA game, there's already a lot of ugly niggas on the court. Give me some bitches to look at. I was actually like, this is bothering me.
This is a good
like,
take.
I don't want to see, like, save that shit for the high school dance-off and the college. We just had cheer sport. Make that inclusive. Bro, at the NBA game, I want to see bad bitches on the court dancing.
So you're saying by being inclusive, they were being anti-bisexual? Is that what it is?
Maybe they didn't
consider people like Mandii who would be offended by this whole concept. You got these ugly ass players and these ugly ass hoes dancing on the court. What the fuck you got? The fuck I'm supposed to do here? Watch basketball? What are we doing here?
I was just like,
what's the solution?
I was like, the solution is.
Oh, good question.
Sometimes things don't need changing. So the same way I wanted the cards held up in the air.
Yes.
Is the same.
You want to see the baddies come
NBA
through,
baddies need to say the NBA baddies. Yes, I know. Maybe y'all are mad that they had too many babies by the NBA players and they were going against the rules. I don't know.
There's a clip.
But y'all put in the goddamn, and when I say bad body, I don't want to see SpongeBob SquarePants dance in the middle of the goddamn.
But also,
you said these are Orlando dancers.
I was going to say these are Orlando dancers, right?
It was the Orlando dancers.
Okay, so Florida.
Baby,
how did the Brooklyn Nets dancers look?
The Brooklyn Nets was the Brooklyn Nets. I was like, bring them bitches back out.
What y'all doing later? Y'all coming to the Jaylen Brown party?
The Brooklyn Nets was like they knew what to do during the hiring process.
Maybe it's a culture. Maybe it's New York, Orlando.
Here's
you would think the Orlando.
Here's the thing. Are you ready? Lit. This is where I'm confused. Oh, they were so chopped.
Chop cheese. Oh, the chops.
Nah, I told you it was giving SpongeBob out there. Like, I don't want to see that shit.
Oh, man.
Like, they even had to wear different jerseys. Like, when they had big girl clothes.
I know. Don't say it. I knew
are you advocating for Mandii B to be the creative
No, what I'm saying
director
is,
of the Orlando Magic dance?
They might
need a head. And here's what was frustrating. Florida is not even progressive. Why?
Not at all.
They're not progressive.
Not at all.
So why the DEI?
Why the DEI for body shapes for the dancers?
Y'all don't want DEI nowhere else, but y'all want these fat bitches up here dancing. Golly.
Now, even at one point, one of the guys I was like, is that a stud dancing?
Oh,
I was so...
I gotta look for the replay now. I want to see what.
Hey, bring back selective hiring for the NBA dancers, okay? That's my take. Yeah, I know. I told y'all the problematic take was coming. It was very ignorant of me.
If you're gonna do it,
if you're gonna do it, that's how you have it.
That's how you do it.
Listen, my thoughts should stay in my head sometimes, but not on this podcast.
Not on this podcast.
Anyways, we do have men. This isn't a sports pod, but did y'all enjoy the winner of the dunk contest? Your thoughts on the dunks? Here I go, also in my seats. Back in my days, they had cars to jump over. These niggas would just
I fell asleep last night because I was just tired. I was fresh off the plane.
Did you watch Saturday?
No, it was Saturday. I was in the air all day coming back from Amsterdam. Yeah, so I missed the whole All-Star weekend, but I did see some of the clips, and I saw somebody on there did like a regular ass dunk, just a regular dunk, and I'm like,
Chad Johnson, who he also
Jackson Hayes,
yeah. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
But his response to like, oh shit, I
look to see that, yeah, like dog, like
no. First off, the winner of the dunk contest won this year because he knows how to do the Dougie.
Well,
what the fuck?
Well, that was smart because his whole thing was, I'm gonna do these mid-tier dunks. I did the dunk over E40.
No, that was his best dunk.
But that was
a good dunk. No, wait. That dunk was good, but he did do one where he did some
shit in
like
the air.
And then he hit the Dougie in the air and slammed the ball. And then got down and continued dancing. It was nice. In slow-mo, I was like, ooh, that was good.
The good brother Carter Bryant, I
Go
felt
ahead.
he should have won. The big light skin one.
Okay.
He was doing the most creative dunks to me.
Actual doing real.
But
yeah.
Keisha, he was hitting all the West Coast dances after the dunk. So that everybody, you know, they ate into that. They was like, oh shit, that's dope. But I mean,
I think nobody should have won. They should have fined them all.
And then old brother,
terrible.
he bumped his head and fell on the ground.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
concussion.
He did.
Yeah.
He's talking about Jake.
Live on TV.
Jace Richardson.
Jace Richardson,
That was crazy.
I will say the sentiment leaving, because of course, bitch, I talk. I'm loud.
Of course, you want to see.
So everyone around me, we're having open discussion.
Right.
Some nostalgic, some if it's a good time or not. And literally on the walkout, the guy that was sitting behind me that I felt like actually wanted me to shut the fuck up.
Damn.
I think he actually was just listening to as on the walkout, he was like, let me just tell you, that was one of the worst dunk contests I've ever seen in my life.
Your homie who paid $37 for the tickets should file a class action lawsuit against the NBA
straight
in
like
the dunk
that.
contest to get some change back.
And that was the other thing, mind you, he got there late. Because that's another thing. He had an issue because he bought his ticket on StubHub. When he got to the gate, it was still processing. So he had to buy a whole nother one at the gate. Mind you, game already started. It's 3:00. We done already missed the 3-point contest. So he
can't fuck with that tech
only got to see shooting stars and the dunk contest. Not good. Let's get into this new outline of the All-Star game. Boy, did it take me to the end of the second game to know what the fuck was happening. So here's the summary of what it was.
Yeah.
No, this is Sunday. Talking about the USA versus the world versus the USA.
That's what. So it is.
My wife was like, it says USA versus USA.
Wait. You ready? You ready? There were a total of 4 teams.
Yeah.
And it's the youngins of the US and the vets of the US.
Yes.
The youngins of the world, the vets of the world. And so it's set up between 4 games, 12 minutes each. If they're tied at the end, they go into the first 1 to 5 wins. Yeah. And that's the setup.
Okay.
I was like, what? By the way, first game I'm watching, and it's the youngins versus the youngins. I said, where the fuck are the All-Stars? I said, what is this? I'm like,
you got the
Jalen Johnson from the Hawks? Like, what? Like, I'm literally watching the court. The only person I know is Anthony Edwards. Now,
that was an issue for me because at one point I'm like, why is he on the world team? But then I had to Google. I'm like, this is his father from Guyana or some shit?
No, Anthony
from
was
Atlanta.
on US.
No, but there was they had a reshuffling of the roster. It's some weird shit that was going on. It was like, it's dumb. The fact that we even doing that.
Not only that,
he had a DNA update midway through.
23andMe to find out where your roots are from. And then, are you FBA? Are you one of these other are you a tether? Are you gotta go over there now? They don't really fuck with.
Oh yeah, there was some that I didn't know. Like I think Jamal Murray. I didn't know that he was
Canadian.
Oh, Canadian. Yeah. He's an
That's North America, bro.
He does have the phenotype for the Drake.
Yeah, I was like, wait, that nigga foreign?
But technically,
mind you, so I'm
at
the game and I'm like, LeBron was introduced. Where the fuck is LeBron? I'm like, where are the All-Stars? Yeah. Mind you, while the world is playing in the first game, Giannis is over on the corner. That's all you hear. The crowd is like, put Giannis in. It's like the world niggas is confused why these other world niggas.
Why we out here? Right. Yeah.
And so there was an urge to actually see the All-Stars. Second game, the vets come out. You see Kevin Durant, who was he came out on his burner phone. Like he came out tweeting, literally.
We'll get to that.
But it was Kevin Durant. It was Giannis was in the world. You had the LeBron James. You had Kawhi Leonard. And I was like, oh, I know all these
De'Aaron
things.
Fox.
Right.
De'Aaron Fox. I was like, okay, this is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kawhi looked like the only one that was really trying to play. Kawhi was, I thought, doing a good job. LeBron did a little couple things, but I was just like, this isn't giving.
And that was the issue too when they was when Kevin Durant wanted his series of tweets over the weekend, and he chimed in on the conversation about this All-Star game versus the past.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, why you don't ask Jokic and all these guys and Luka? You see what they be doing?
Yeah,
They be laying down, throwing the ball up in the air.
Yeah,
He's
they
like,
don't care. But apparently, but both of them dealt with injuries this year. No.
No, he's just saying in totality, like they're not giving 20%. So
they're not playing defense.
No, and effort.
Yeah,
and
KD said
he watched the first quarter of all the All-Star games of like the 90s.
Yeah,
he's like, y'all bullshit. And it was the same shit.
Well, that's some of the problem with nostalgia. The people have like the Mandela effect is like a real thing when it comes to nostalgia, because people have this idea that everything is better in the past and that players are playing so hard. I didn't understand why people were saying that shit either, because when I was a kid, I knew that, all the All-Stars would be there, but the most common thing, even the announcers on TV would say it, the game is not going to pick up until the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
When it's closed and when it's like, okay, now you'll see Kobe have a one-on-one with somebody. They'll go through it. It'll be really hustling, diving for loose balls, that kind of thing. The first, second quarter of that game was never like hardcore basketball being played.
And you don't want to run.
They still sweating out the tequila.
I mean, I will say, to me, the structure of this year felt tone deaf.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like us versus the world, when literally we're already fighting right now with ICE and pushing immigrants out. Like, to me, it really felt tone deaf.
Yeah.
To set it up that way. And so, really interesting, because you sent me a clip of who was the guy and what was the solution.
So Nick Wright was doing his podcast with Bill Simmons, and like they were talking about how to fix All-Star Weekend. I actually talked about this on CNN yesterday. But
this subtle flex.
A little bit. A little bit. But
fresh off the plane, too.
Fresh off the plane. So Nick Wright's idea was basically like, okay, we should just have black guys versus white guys. Like, let's just go do the full thing. We're going to do all this bullshit. Let's just have white players versus black players and see what we can get out of this. See if we can get some
I would love that.
Some players to play harder, see if we can get people to have pride in the whole thing. And so some of it was like tongue-in-cheek. Like, my thing was like, so this is like the NBA All-Star Game sponsored by Jim Crow. Like, that's what we're doing. Like, we're going to have like the 3/5 point contest.
Oh, I'm not going to lie. Like, immediately, yes, I'm leaning into it. As a biracial, I was wondering how they were going to split those guys up.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them guys where it's like, what do you
gotta take a questionnaire. Take a questionnaire.
Yeah,
I thought they switch at halftime.
And some of them are white passers.
Like, do you like sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie?
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one, kid.
So you're saying I would be on the white team?
Yeah.
That's what you like.
I will pour myself out.
I defer to
I was like, you're a pumpkin pie truther, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So
So you on that side?
Yeah, you be
That's your
coach.
jersey.
I'm not finna be with the whites, bro. Y'all not gonna do this to me on Black History.
Listen to that Coldplay and get your warm up on.
Yo, what would they be playing in the locker room?
I'm not playing with y'all.
Right.
Well, I do want to ask y'all then, realistically.
Yeah.
Is there a saving of NBA All-Star Weekend?
Yes.
And what do you think needs to happen? What's the solution?
Don't do the dunk contest for a year. The issue with the dunk contest, I thought about it. You know what the issue is? All these niggas shoot threes all day.
Yeah.
They ain't trying to go to the hole like that. Right. So if you remove it and create a demand for it, right? These kids that come out of college.
Yeah. I mean, they did that. That's how Vince Carter brought it back.
In the NBA, like, yo,
we gotta,
I'm gonna bring it back.
I'm gonna
bring it back.
Yeah.
You create the demand by removing it completely just for a year.
Yeah, because right now we're in a space where the last 4 years have been so
it's desperate and sad and
but the
pathetic.
fact that you have to go to the G League and to pull talent.
Yeah, nah, dog.
For like
these guys don't want to risk the injury,
getting hurt,
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Even in the game, they don't
or losing. It's kind of like rap battling. Like, if you sign, you don't want to battle. You do no battle rap. Like, you're gonna catch that L. Like,
right.
That's what I think they should make it first. Like, either to A King's point, either like let it sit for a couple of years, like they did back in the day when Vince Carter brought it back,
right? Or
just make it first. If it's gonna be bench dudes, make it first. Because like the 3-point contest, it was all stars and starters. Like,
well, that's the part I don't understand. Like, the 3-point contest, no trouble at all finding like.
Well, Damian Lillard,
easy.
Yeah,
but
like,
Booker.
I don't understand.
Wembanaya, that's an
Wembanyama.
That nigga made a 3. I said,
oh no, he's a shooter.
Yeah, he don't got
Wemby got a gat. Like,
I said, wait. Then he brought the ball up the court. I said, this nigga is
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, no.
being
Take
the
5
point guard
steps.
shooting threes.
Yeah,
I
no,
said,
he's the future of the
Yeah,
league. Like
yeah.
it's gonna be bad when
I don't know,
when he's his
because
prime.
his
He got a
French ass was
brother.
like, he don't like
He
none of
got
this
a
shit
younger
happening in this
brother.
country.
Same shit.
Yeah, that's
Nah,
what
he was,
trouble.
I was like, and he looks like his body is just so long.
Yeah.
That nigga's tall.
That boy was out there
Long
hooping.
body.
Yeah. Nah, he's one of them. He's one of them.
And then I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. You know how they tell us podcasters everybody don't need a microphone? Keep that shit away from Anthony Edwards. Keep
that nigga Atlanta nigga,
Nah,
boy.
yeah, he's one that can't hop on a podcast train until after he retires.
Oh,
No. He needs media training.
He'll take his whole
I need
He
him to get media training.
platform.
Yeah, he needs media training.
Yeah,
Just for
it's
like
Atlanta.
the safe way. But like it's tough. It's like I feel for athletes, man, when that microphone just gets in front of their face and they ask like the deepest question in 30 seconds, like, Anthony Edwards, how do you feel about the killing in Minnesota, whatever? And he's just like sweating, just
So
finishing.
I wanted to go there real quick because, by the way, when we say the All-Star Weekend is dead, I believe it to be so because everyone one day after is talking about KD's leaked messages from this burner account.
Jesus.
So to me, even the
Snitty
conversations
KD.
that normally last a week, the way we could come in here and still talk about that Super Bowl halftime performance,
Yeah.
one day later, All-Star Weekend is like,
Mm-hmm.
but everyone's talking about this KD burner account.
Yep.
Everyone's talking about the fact that LeBron sat in a presser and kind of aligned himself with wanting to and siding with however you want to put it, with Israel.
Bigged him up.
So you have that.
He bigged him up.
He
Yeah,
bigged-
I
he
say he
bigged
bigged
He
him up.
bigged up Israel.
Yeah.
You have people dissecting the fact that, what's my guy who made Highest to Lowest?
Oh, Spike?
Spike.
Spike Lee.
You have people dissecting the fact that he chose to wear a full Free Palestine outfit when there was the first time Israeli all-star on the court.
Yeah.
And then you also have people still asking Kyrie Irving about his choice and decision to support or post or promote, however you want to word it, the movie back in the day.
Right.
And so, wow, here we go. Fuck entertainment. The very next day after All-Star, now it's all the political jargon of where we line. I don't want to hear these journalists ask these athletes these questions. I just don't think, because what people are saying now is how, damn, not my GOAT, not my idol, damn, not him being a loser. We still don't have the discourse or the emotional intelligence to allow someone to say something that differs from our opinion without it becoming so, I hate this person, I can no longer support this person. And so unfortunately, when it comes to our celebrities, our all-stars, our athletes, our GOATs, I would prefer us just to keep the political jargon out, especially in a presser following All-Star Weekend.
Well, when it comes to LeBron, I feel like he stepped on a bunch of landmines that he didn't even have to step on.
Nah, he didn't.
Right.
Like, the woman asked him a question about the player.
Do we want to
Do we have the clip?
Yeah, I have it in
Let me
my
see if I can
phone,
find
but
it.
could you pull it up real quick too, just so that
Yeah.
we're not because it was interesting, because when we came in, immediately we also were like, wait, what was the question to even start that? And if you just go to X and type in LeBron James, boy, are they dragging him. So you can find the clip easy there.
I saw somebody post a
And she was from a Israel
She was from an Israeli Channel 14.
So
Yeah.
I got
They had made a meme of LeBron wearing like a Israel warm-up suit with a Star David on. It was him and KD actually both had on Star David warm-up tracksuits.
Here's the clip.
Here it goes.
Mandii B from Channel 14 in Israel. For all the Israeli fans, what message would you like to send for Israel? And also, what do you think about Danny Avdia?
Well, I've been quoted on Danny already. And they asked me what I thought about this season. I said I believe he was an all-star. And
Stop right there.
I mean, he is an all-star. He's playing, exceptional, basketball. So that's that. And then I mean, if I have fans over there, I've never been there. If I have fans over there, then I hope you've been following my career. I hope I inspire people over there to not only want to be great in sports, but I want to just be better in general in life.
Stop
So
right there.
hopefully someday I can make it over there. Like I said, I've never been over there, but I've heard nothing but great things, and I appreciate the question.
Thank you.
This is where, and we know you.
But wait, the fuller answer was not as bad as what
no,
people
but it's the last part of.
Sure,
I've
but
heard
that last
great
part's getting
things.
clipped
They're
up.
literally committing a genocide right now.
Yeah.
And
what great things did you hear?
There's no way you aren't aware that they have been killing women and children and an entire. They've almost wiped Palestine off the goddamn
brown
map.
people, black and brown people.
Like, why? Like, that's not what you say. Because that's.
No, I agree. The two parts where you said he should have stopped. He should have stopped.
It was easy to stop.
It was easy to stop.
It was just like the whole, like, if I had fans there and I inspire y'all to be better, okay, fine. He was walking up to the line though. Like with that part right there, it wasn't bad, but he was like, you could see he was walking up to a point where he wanted to say, "I love y'all so much," and this is all. And it was
I think the challenge is also too, like, he's because of who he is, he's almost kind of speaking for the league when he answers, right? And then it's an Israeli reporter who's answering it, and I feel like he was kind of thinking as he was answering it. To Mandy's point, like, I think those parts where he should have stopped is right when he was thinking about how to stop.
Yeah.
And it got away from him. That's what it feels like. Obviously, I don't know like what his intentions were, but it felt like it got away with him before that's what he actually wanted to say.
What he should do is also create a burner account. And if he's in support of fucking Israel, put that shit on the burner account. But don't bring it to oppressor. And I do also just hate that it was asked. Like, y'all know the goddamn.
It's a tough question to be asked.
Landscape right now.
The I'm gonna use your husband's verbiage. The intersectionality of sports and politics has always been there. I mean,
always. Shout out to
Muhammad
Jackson.
Ali. He says, fuck the war in Vietnam, whatever, right?
Right.
I think if this is what LeBron, if this is how he really feels, we just have to give him grace. And because I'm just saying in terms of if this is who he is, maybe we just have to accept it.
Shout out to Scoop Jackson.
Right?
He got a book, The Power to Protest and Politics of American Sports.
Oh, wow.
The game is not a game. It's always intertwined. Intersectionality.
And Jason, how much of our affiliations, even in what we do professionally, individually, contributes to these narratives, right?
Yeah.
His affiliations may have contributed to his.
I mean, that's what we see happening with Floyd Mayweather right now. Oh, he clearly
Floyd went all the way there.
Yeah, when you're in bed.
Yeah,
you can't go against your interests.
I don't know if he's.
But you know what's so funny about that, A-King, too? It's like, remember when Daryl Morey said the comment about China, when it was like China and Taiwan, and they were out there balling, and Daryl Morey, who's the general manager of the Sixers now, but then he was the Houston Rockets, he said this comment, and it put the team, in danger, and LeBron was pissed at that, right? Like, and it's just strange that like LeBron knew like the geopolitics of that moment. But this one, he kind of didn't. But again,
he's picking and choosing.
But it's also a tough situation. You're being asked by an Israeli like reporter. You want to be nice to them for the asking. You probably not the right place to ask. But then again, sports and culture intertwined. Like it was tough, and he got 85% of it right.
Well, I mean, it lends his answer in that presser lends credence to the fact that like when we see him reading these books, that he ain't really reading these books.
Well, we already know that. He never leaves the first page.
You're right. So like all he's doing is just giving us more proof that like you didn't read that Malcolm X biography, my nigga. Like you didn't see what that nigga be talking about, because like why are you going down this path? But I mean, he found himself in several international incidents now over the past few years, and you would think that he would know how to navigate these things a little bit better. However, again, I'm gonna shoot him some bail, some bum bail. Like these are pretty much like the worst things we can say about LeBron James' behavior through his career. Is some of these geopolitical things that he doesn't handle well, speaking about countries and things that might be sensitive subjects. Like this is the worst of his public behavior
across 22 years.
Well, I will say this though,
which to be fair, ain't bad.
I mean, no, it could be a lot worse. I mean, now those Martin Luther King shoes were pretty egregious. That was an egregious, like, damn, bro, how you let this one slide? But again, like, this is the worst of it. Like,
I mean, unfortunately, if they live a long enough life, we get to see all of our goats fail as human beings.
You die being a hero, or live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
We're not going to talk much about it because the internet is ablaze right now, but do y'all see Michael Jordan touching that little boy's butt?
That shit, I meant to drop that in the group chat.
Oh, yeah, no.
That shit was crazy.
It's not okay.
All right. So, as every day AI gets better.
Right, 100%.
The usage of AI gets better.
Yeah.
So I had to really, because
This is the crazy thing, too. Look, when it be your goat, you be like, that shit AI.
No, he ain't my goat. It's just that in 2026,
that you can't.
How is this even So I me. I just zoom. I was like, nah. I'm looking for
you were like Grok.
Where is it distorted?
Where's the distortion? He said, hey, Grok, is this real?
Yeah.
And he did it so many times, and then the little boy looked back like,
yo, my nigga.
And you know what's so crazy? The optics is everything.
Yeah,
it's a white kid.
Bruh, on top of
black
that.
dude. And it's him. And it's like, is this a humiliation ritual? Now he's gonna go down this rabbit hole of his tear down?
But
or is it gonna be any outrage about it too?
But that was some like Michael Jackson.
In no time, in no decade,
none
was that an appropriate interaction between a grown-ass man and a little boy.
Never.
Yeah. So mind you, we already have all of these grown men coming out talking about their sexual assaults and how it impacted them. This is something like, bro, what are you doing?
And this is gonna live on the internet forever.
He plucked his tuchus.
Multiple times, like was like pulling at this. I'm like, yo, stop doing that, nigga. Like I'm going
I ain't gonna lie. It's just call me ignorant. At first, on the thumbnail. And then you see the title or whatever. I'm like, oh, the little kid's playing basketball. You pat on. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, good job, Tyler.
Yeah.
Michael's getting at that.
I'm like, what do you do?
I ain't gonna hold you. The way it's going around the internet, I wouldn't be surprised if the parents of that child did a sexual assault. Something like. Because now it becomes embarrassment, right?
Oh no!
100%.
For the what's happening here?
Like you gave the MAGAs the perfect extra distraction because now they're gonna square on him like, yo, look at this egregious behavior by this NBA GOAT.
Because you already ready. Both parties can go after him because he's someone who remained quiet and he didn't politicize his career ever.
Yeah.
That is the most neutral one of the most neutral all-star players of our generation.
Non-political.
And so now, nigga, everybody coming for that ass.
But also, everybody coming for us too. You know why? We're gonna still buy them Jordans when they drop. We're gonna still buy them now when they drop.
Yeah.
So where's the hypocrisy now?
It depends the colorway.
Wow.
I'm not gonna hold you.
I'm looking at everybody's feet in here right now. Let me see your feet. What you got on over there? She's clear.
We got Birkenstocks, we got Air Maxes, we got Chanel.
Yeah. Everybody.
What you wearing over there?
What you got on over there, bro?
I definitely got J's on.
1 out of 5.
I got some 4s. I got some 4s on.
What you doing with your Jordans now?
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure they clean. Mike did that. Not me. Mike was just missing a fistful of dollars. That wasn't me.
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you. If that little kid had turned around and been like, yo, my nigga. Like I would have
got the pass.
Yeah, I gotta eat that one, bro. Like I'm not gonna stand up.
I would have let him say it.
I'm not gonna beat that kid about saying that shit. Like,
that might be one of the. We said some ignorant shit this podcast.
Yeah, but this is
the fact that you just gave a white kid the way to say nigga.
If you're ever gonna get a pass for saying nigga, that's gonna be the one.
Are you Torre too?
Maybe.
The white Torre.
The white Torre. Maybe because if you turn around and be like, hey, my nigga, relax.
So we still gonna buy Jordan. We still gonna stand on lines.
Nigga, Jason just said he gonna make sure his are clean.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna last that long.
Why? Why shouldn't it? Why should?
Well, no, it's egregious, but it's like because the question is, who is gonna amplify it? Right now, it's the thing on the internet.
No. First off, all the conversation right now is little kids in those Epstein files with Hollywood execs and super powerful people who still have not been brought to justice. So if we are not getting the Epstein victims any sort of justice, but we have another prominent Black figure now doing the same thing to a little white boy, this is actually, fuck
same thing. It's
files.
crazy.
We gonna get this. We gonna get Jordan the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, does the question is, does the mainstream media, sports or otherwise, do they have it to go after Michael Jordan hard? And I don't think they do it. I don't think they do it.
If he was an owner still, maybe.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
I mean, he's still one of those Black men, and let's be very clear, the way that they like to humble these men that's reached the billionaire status or that high millionaire status. And what we've also realized with this country, with the reversal of Roe v. Wade, is how much they care about the life of a child over anything else, or at least they're tap dancing like that.
Yeah.
And so when they could sit here and take another black man out like they just did Diddy for the shit that he was doing, that video is that egregious, and we all want this Epstein file bullshit to land. They gonna sit here. This is the distraction.
Yeah.
Y'all know how we always say they got distractions? That's what this is. This is distraction. But yeah.
Do you want to be like
Mandy, you
said what?
I was gonna say, Mandy, you at 140 right now.
God damn.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should probably
130
wrap after that. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
130. Do y'all want to
he missed the mark about the toss to the
I know you ain't you see? Look, see, hey, King, you had one job. One. I love telling niggas they only had one job.
Mandy, you know what you should do?
That's I was immersed in the intelligence of Selective Ignorance.
Mandy, when you were saying the mold part about the dancers, that reminded me. You should do a bonus episode on the America's Next Top Model.
Oh, when that dog comes out?
I actually want to watch that too.
No, we gotta do that. We gotta do that.
I think that'd be a good bonus episode.
Well then, real quick, Jason, I don't want to hold you all day, but would love to do then maybe we talk for the bonus episode this week. We do Yayo, Ja Rule, and Uncle Murder, and then say our reviews on the fall off.
Yeah,
I like that.
And while we're recording, just as it just was announced,
come on, breaking news.
J. Cole announced his tour, world tour. So he's been touring for good 6-7 months.
Is he starting in Europe or he's starting
in
here?
South Africa?
Okay,
wait,
so he's
they
going
dropped
over
the
there.
dates already?
Yes, he had a promo video on his page on YouTube where he's standing in front of his Lamborghini truck, and then he thinks for a minute, and he goes inside the car, and you see the tour dates and the locations.
Okay, I like that.
He's going to be in New York, everywhere. He's going to be everywhere.
First off, you know what that means?
You're
I'm about to be everywhere. What country do I want to go to next?
Yeah, he's going to be in North America, Europe, Australia, and South Africa.
Okay, I love that for him. Come on, eat up, especially with them first week sales, and he's still traveling the country in his Honda Civic. Anyways, and we'll talk more about his marketing too in the bonus episode. Of course, on Fridays with Mandii B, catch that on the feed. Full video available to you only on Patreon. So that's patreon.com/withMandii. Sorry, coffee coming up, baby. Anyways, this was a really good conversation.
Hell yeah.
Hope y'all enjoyed the takes, enjoyed the convo. As always, you can catch us every Tuesday and every Friday. Again, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure wherever you're listening to this, if you're hearing this on the Decisions feed, head over to the Selective Ignorance feed and hit that subscribe. Make sure you get our notifications and follow us over on Instagram at Selective Ignorance Pod. Also follow me everywhere. Just search Mandii B, goddamn. Anyways, thank y'all for tuning in.
The most consistent.
Period. Jason, can you sign us out with that closing? Because I ain't got it pulled up.
Hold on, let's see here. I got it here.
This is another episode of Selective Ignorance.
Where curiosity lives, controversy thrives,
and conversations matter.
All right.
See you guys on Friday and next week. Bye. Hey guys, it's your girl Mandii B. And if you loved this episode of Selective Ignorance, then you must check out episode 50. It is our special edition for Black History Month. Mr. Morale and the Lemon Pepper Steppers. Go over there and get educated and laugh.